Aloha mai kākou e na hoa makamaka o ka olelo Hawai'i. Welcome to Kulāiwi. This is the 18th in a series of 24 Hawaiian language distance learning lessons. O e ke alaka ni Elpi o Crozier ko uinoa. A o au ki kumu no ke ia papa. A makimaki wau e mahalo ia oko no ko oko nana ana mai ke ia kakahiaka. I like to, oh, you probably got that. I like to say mahalo to all of you for watching this morning. I hope it's getting better and it's getting easier as you've been watching. Today we're going to go over olu things to say, okay? And we're going to look at how do you use the word with, okay? With, like W-I-T-H, okay? How do you use that word? How do you say what you're doing? Like hea hakau hana, yeah. Remember we had what do you want from 1 through 12 we did. What do you want? Hea hakau make make. And I sang you the song, yeah. Okay, but this one is hea hakau hana. We'll listen to heaha. And then we'll hear the word pea and oya, okay? And we'll talk story about what those things mean too. So, nenea, okay, sit back, enjoy, and pay attention to what's being said. Ahui ho kako.
Mahalo nui, pehea oe.
O mai kai o mai kai a oe, he mea nui ka puka ana. He hakau hana I kia manawa.
I kia kau vela, e hanana wau ma explorations ma ka mea meha, a mahopi o ke la, e hele ana wau I ke kula nui ka iapuni.
Ke kula nui ka iapuni?
Ai, ai ama wai manalo.
O vai nā kumu, he aha nā ano papa.
He mau kumu Hawai'i lako a pau, loia lako I nā kumu hana o like ole, ki ake aka mai, ka make makika, ka pili kanaka, a pela wale aku. A e noho ana wau ma ka hale noho haumana ma o.
Hiki no, make au e hele pū.
Ai, hiki no. E, aloha ka aua.
Aloha.
Mahalo no ko hele ana mai.
E, no o ka hau oli. Mai ka ke ia pāina. Pehea, he hoʻokani pila kau.
Ai, he pila kau e hoʻokani pila kako.
E ka se, ka wha, ka se e hiku. Ka mai.
O e kala mai o kia koʻu ana kala o kaipo. O ke la koʻu hoa aloha o ke koa,
Ai,
o ke la o ke ave. Ua hele pū maua o ke ave I ka punana leo. Aka, ua neʻe oia I Maui a ua noho wau ma Honolulu nei.
Ah, no leila, ua pukupu oi kia makahiki.
Ai, mai ke kula kaya puni o paia.
E, mai ka ike la. Hele pu ana oi, ke kula nui me kunane.
Ai, noho pu ana Maui ka hale noho haumana.
Ah, we, he nui no ka lea lea.
Ai,
E, ua lava paha ka wala au. Kani ka pila kako.
ai, o wai ke mele.
Ah, pehea o kuuhoa.
Ai, hiki no. Mahalo. Pehea oko?
Oia mau no.
Ano maluhi-luhi ki keiki. No ka mea ua au kai oia I ka ia la.
Oia, ka laki no o ko. Ai hea kona kai kaina o lei ohu.
Hele mea na oia mahape me kana ipo.
Oia,
Ai, he kane olu oia no hono ka amai. Oi kone inoa? Mama, oi kone inoa?
Oi?
O ka le ohu ipo.
Malulani kone inoa.
Malulani.
Pololi oi?
e ai o ko, e ka mea inu mao, e ka mea ai mahope o ka hale. Ono loa ka lu au hee, ua hana o tutu.
Oia. Mahalo e iki ana mako ia oi.
Ai, hiki no. Aloha e tutu.
Aloha e kunane, e noho pu mea u. Make au e kamailia o me oi. Pehea, ua lawa ka mea ai.
Ai, ua lava pono no. E mahalo nui e tutu.
No kia.
No kia paina.
E kunane, aloha nui au ia oi. O oi, ku uma o puna mua I puka mai ke kula kaya puni. Haaheo loa au ia oi. A o oi, ka mea kokua nui iau e malama ia pua lei lau o ke alohi. Mahalo nui au ia oi.
Hiki no. Was that nice? How much of that did you understand? I hope, it's getting better and you understand more, okay? Because if you're missing it, then most of what happened in this vignette, this latest vignette, we explained last show. And the things that we're going to go over today are little things that you heard here and there. Let's begin our lesson, okay? This is Kulāiwi Lesson. Kapaina puka kula. Okay, what are some of the olu things that we heard? Okay, we heard Tutu say. Okay, aloha nui au ia oi. Aloha nui au ia oi. We've seen aloha au ia oi. Okay, and for some of you, you might have heard aloha vau ia oi. Okay, au and vau. It's the same thing. It means I, okay? But sometimes when we see, when we hear, we can say vo, but we shouldn't write vo, okay? We should be writing au, okay? Aloha nui au ia oi. Mahalo au ia oi. Remember I told you before that mahalo doesn't really mean some kind of gratitude or being grateful. More than it has the mana'o of admiring, okay? So when you say mahalo au ia oi, or you say mahalo, it's a show of admiration, okay? Admiration for someone's kindness, for that ano, for that way of being so kind, okay? Mahalo nui loa, okay? Mahalo nui loa. Mahalo, very much. I really, really admire you, okay? You see this nui? You put aloha nui au ia oi. I really aloha you, okay? You can put nui in back of almost any action and have it mean I, well, let's try this. I nui vo, okay? That's a junk one to use, but that's good. I'm going to use them anyway. Ai nui vo. I eat plenty, okay? Actually, I should change the subject. Ai nui oia. He eats plenty, okay? Holo holo nui lako. They run a lot, okay? So you see, you put the nui on top of the action, and you have doing that action a lot, okay? So in this case, aloha nui oia oi. I really aloha you, okay? I love you big time, okay? Ai nui oia, he eats plenty, okay? He eats a lot. Holo holo nui o lako, they really run, okay? So like that. Anyway, just put nui on top there, and that's what it does. Neat stuff, okay? Mahalo nui, really admire. Okay, what do you say after someone says mahalo? This is always the question, What do you say when someone says mahalo? Well, because it means to admire, I always think the best thing to say is mahalo back, because I admire you, you admire me. You know, it just goes back and forth. I admire, mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. Okay, and that works. You just keep on saying mahalo back and forth to each other until you're both tired of admiring each other. Or you can say no'u kahau'oli. No'u kahau'oli. For me is the pleasure. For me is the happiness. Okay, no'u kahau'oli. Now, some people say you can say a'ole pilikia, and I say a'ole pilikia, and my mother will say, oh, it's better to say no'u kahau'oli. Okay, so you can choose which one you want. No'u kahau'oli, a'ole pilikia. He mea iki'ia, that's another one. It's a small thing. The only thing is when you say things like a'ole pilikia and he mea iki'ia, you kind of discount that mahalo. When somebody gives you that, you know, oh, it's a small thing. Oh, but they really meant to mahalo you. Okay, so you might want to remember, no'u kahau'oli. You say that? No'u kahau'oli. Make sure you're not saying no'u kahaole. Yeah, because that means something else. Okay, it means for me is the haole. Okay, I don't think that's what you want to say, unless that's true. Okay, no'u kahau'oli. Hau'oli. You know, this next part talks about how to say with something. Okay, so let's take a look. And nohopu mea'u. This is when Kunani is coming over to Tutu, and she tells him, "And nohopu mea'u." Okay, sit with me. What is this pu right over here? This pu is together. Okay, together with me. Okay, pu just, pu doesn't really translate, but what it does is you can see that it's something coming together. Okay? Okay, enoho pu mea'u. Hikino? Okay. E ai pu mea'u. This time it's what? Eat with me. Hikino? Eat with me. E ai pu mea'u. Now, this part over here, we're seeing au change to a'u. Okay? Mea'u. Now look what happens when we want to say sit with him. Enohopu meia. Okay? Meia. It's not me'oia. Okay? You drop that okina o, and it's just meia. Yeah, remember, because oya is he, she, or it. And so when we put a me in the front of it, we just drop the o and we have meia. Hikino? So eat with him. I'm going to let you try. E aipu meia. E aipu meia. Hikino? Meia. You might want to practice this, okay? Because it's a little tricky. Hikino. E nohopu me laua. Okay? So see, we can put they too right in here. Sit with them too. Hikino. E nohopu me laua. E aipu me laua. Okay? What if we want to say, go with Keli'i? Go with Keli'i. Shall we try? Did you try already? E hele pu me Keli'i. Da, 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 there it is. E hele pu me Keli'i. Hikino? So this is not hard to use, the me. I think the only tricky ones that you need to remember are mea'u, with me, and meia, with him. Other than that, you just use me with anything, okay? Or come with me. Come with me. Okay, like that. E hele pu mea'u. Mea'u. Hikino, not mea'u. You don't want to say mea'u. Okay, that's not something you want to say. Okay, so let's go on to the next pattern. This is what we've seen before, but I wanted to go over it just in case. Hekika kau. Hekika kau. Okay, do you have, see when you put the possessive in the end, over here, it now changes the mana'o to have a, okay? So in this case, do you have a kika? Do you have a kika? Do you have a guitar? Okay? He'ilio kana. He'ilio kana. Does who have? Does he have a dog? Yeah? See, the interesting thing about this pattern is he kika. Okay? Cow. Do you have, this is the you have part, or you get one guitar. Do you have a guitar? Does he have a dog? Let's try that. Say it with me. He ki kakao. He ki kakao. Ikino? And so what if you want to ask, do you have an ukulele? Quick, say it. Ah, may kai. He ukulele kau. He ukulele kau. Ikino? Okay, does he have a dog? He ilio kana. Because if he does, I'm not going to his house, okay? He va'a ko'u. He va'a ko'u. Okay? Va'a ko'u. Now we're seeing something different, okay? I have a canoe. Now the different thing that you're seeing here is what's happening. One is o, this is a, these two are a. How come it's not all o? Like how come it's not ki ka ko, he ilio kona, he va'a ko'u? Okay, well let's talk story about that, okay? Remember, I think we talked about this before, and I'll go over it again, okay? That different things have different kinds of possessives, okay? There's two kinds of possessives, the A ones and the O ones, okay? Now, if you don't remember it and you have pilikia and you get them wrong all the time, pilikia, you just got to practice, okay? I'm not real sticky about this, only because I think, you got to really work at it to remember which one is which. But the odd things are things that you acquire, okay? So, things that you can go buy from Longstrugs, those are odd things. So, like puke, pepa, penny, those kinds of things are odd. But you notice you said ko'u inoa, my name. Your name, your family, your parents, your grandparents, all the people who came before you are old, okay? Old class things. So that's why when we talked about guitar, the possessive that we used was kau instead of ko, okay? Because guitar is something that you acquire. Now, some people will say, okay, then what is chair? How come you say he noho ko'u? I have a chair. Because with certain things that you can get onto or on kalamai, that you can get inside or on top of, those things are o. And I think what it has to do with is all things are more personal, more things that you can get into on top of things that you're connected with. Where odd things are things that, if they weren't there, you could do without, okay? So with the ilio, unless you ride your ilio, which I don't think you do, ilio is dog, yeah, that's an odd kind of thing, okay? Unless you have a big ilio, an ilio nui, and then, it could be an all kind of thing. Anyway, moving right along. Asking the question, heaha, remember that question, heaha ko make make, what do you want? Well, today's question was, heaha kauhana. Heaha kauhana, what are you doing? Heaha kauhana. And you see, we're using kau. Some people say kohana. Depends on your perspective, what you think doing is, if that's an old thing or an odd thing, okay? Heaha na ano papa. What are the types of classes? Okay, I think you see Lawa'e ask Kunani when she finds out he's going to go to a total immersion university. This is my dream, so I slipped it in, okay? That what types of classes will there be? Heaha na ano papa. Na ano papa. Okay? Okay, heaha meaning what? Okay. Another use of he. He mau kumu lako a po. I think it should be he mau kumu Hawai'i lako a po. Okay, they are all Hawaiian teachers. I think that's what's said in the vignette. Okay, he mau kumu Hawai'i lako a po. This what we see here, he mau kumu lako a po. They are all teachers. He kane olu olu oya. So you see, it's the same pattern as the one I showed you before. He ki ka kau. But this one is ending not with a possessive, but with the pronoun, okay? The eoa. So here we see oya. So it's not he has a handsome man. This one says he is a handsome man, okay? So you got to be real careful about what you say, or else you might say the wrong thing, okay? He mea nui kapuka ana. So in this case, graduation, kapuka ana, is a big thing, okay? He mea nui. He mea nui kapuka ana, okay? You could say, he mea nui ko umakua hine. My mother is an important thing, okay? Or an important person, kalamai. Okay, but you see how this is almost like the equational sentence that I talked about before. That here we have this side tells you what this side is about, okay? So this time it's graduation is an important thing. Hiki no. Okay. Question is, owai na kumu. We've had this before, okay? But just for review, owai na kumu. Owai meaning who. Who are the kumu? Okay? Owai kemele. What's the song? Okay? What song? You hear that when they're going to start singing. You hear, I think, Kunani who says, owai kemele. Yeah? What song? And I think Anakala Kaipo says, pehea o ku'uhoa. Okay? Ualava kamea ai. Ualava kamea ai. Okay? The reason why I put this in here was because I wanted you to see how you can use ua with a stative. Okay? Remember I told you that statives describe the condition or the state of something. So in this case, the food is enough. Okay? And actually, I think Tutu asks this. She doesn't say it. She says, ualava kamea ai. Ualava kamea ai. She asks Kunani. And Kunani says, ai. Ualava kamea ai. Ualava pono no. Okay, that it's quite enough. Okay, it's definitely enough. That's what he says. Okay, lava enough. Okay, sometimes you hear at the end of somebody dancing hula, they'll say, lava. Okay, it doesn't mean like pau, but it means enough. Okay. Hu kalaki no oko. Okay. This is how you say oh, how lucky for you folks. Okay. This no over here is for all you guys. Okay. Oh, how lucky for all you guys. So like hu kanani. Okay. Oh, how beautiful. Okay. You may want to try practicing that. You know, like saying, you know, oh, how good, yeah, hu kamai kai, okay, or saying, hu ka olu olu, yeah, oh, how sweet, how nice, okay, so easy, that's all you say, you know, what else, hu ka o mai mai, oh, how sick, okay, you can, hu ka ma luhi luhi, hu ka stative, okay, so you can use it like that, and it's, you know, one of those little things that you can say that makes you sound so Hawaiian, yeah? Okay, we heard Anakala Kaipo say this, he nui no kale alea, yeah? Oh, so much fun, he nui no kale alea. Let's take a look at that. He nui no kale alea, okay? And he also says, lava paha ka vala'au, okay? Perhaps the vala'au is enough. Okay, talking story is enough. We've had enough talk story. Hikino. Now this one, I think you've heard, but you might be wondering, how do you use this, okay? So and so and so and so, okay? O pualei laua o ke alohi. O pualei laua o ke alohi, okay? If you wanted to say keola and momilani, o keola laua o momilani. O keola laua o momilani. Hikino. If you wanted to say, my child and kea, okay? O ka'ukeiki laua o kea. O ka'ukeiki laua o kea. Hikino. Now this one I put in here because I think sometimes you may hear people say, pehea. And you think you're supposed to respond to that, okay? It really, just pehea by itself sometimes can mean, so how about it? How's it? Okay? And all you have to do is say, pehea. Okay, and that's when you heard Anakala Kaipo say pehea, you know, o ku'uhoa, when he suggests that song. Oya, oya. This is I guess we say this in English too. You know, when somebody tells you something and you say something like, oh yeah, okay, but in this case it's not oh yeah, it's oya, oya. Okay, so you might want to practice that. See how it sounds when you try it out on each other, okay? Let's go straight to the vignette and see how much of this has helped you make sense out of what you're going to see, okay? Ahui ho.
Mahalo nui, pehea oe.
O mai kai o mai kai a oi, he mea nui ka puka ana. He ha kauhana I kia manawa.
Kia kau vela, e hanana wau ma explorations ma ka mea meha, A mahope o ke la, e hele ana wau I ke kula nui kaiapuni.
Ke kula nui kaiapuni.
Ai, ai ma wai manalo.
O vai nā kumu, he aha nā ano papa.
He mau kumu Hawai'i lako a pau, loia lako I nā kumuhana o like ole. Ki ake aka mai, ka make makika, ka pili kanaka, a pela wale aku. A e noho ana wau ma ka hale noho haumana ma o.
Hiki no, make au e hele pū.
Ai, hiki no. Aloha ka aua.
Aloha.
Mahalo no ko hele ana mai.
No o ka hau oli. Mai kai ke ia pāina. Pehea he ho'okani pila kau.
Ai, he pila kau e ho'okani pila kako.
E ka se, ka wha, ka se e hiku. Ka mai.
O e kala mai o kia ko o ana kala o kaipo. O ke la ko o hoa aloha o ke koa,
Ai,
o
aloha.
ke la o ke ave. Ua hele pū maua o ke ave I ka punana leo. Aka ua ne'e oia I Maui a ua noho wau ma Honolulu nei.
No leila, ua pukupu oi ki ia makahiki.
Ai, mai ke kula kaiapuni o Paia.
Mai kai ke la. E hele pū ana oi ke kula nui me kunane.
Ai, noho puana mau I ka hale noho haumana.
We, he nui no ka lea lea.
Ai,
Ua lava paha ka wala au. Kani ka pila kako.
ai, o wai ke mele.
Pehea o ku'uhoa.
Ai, hiki no. Mahalo. Pea oko?
Oia mau no. No maluhi ke keiki. No ka mea ua au kai oia I ka ia ra.
Oia, ka laki no oko. Ai hea kona kai kaina o lei ohu.
Hele mea na oia mahape me kana ipo.
Oia,
Ai, he kane olu oia no hono ka amai. Oi kone inoa? Mama, oi kone inoa?
Oi?
O ka le ohu ipo.
Malu lani kone inoa.
Malulani.
Pololi oi?
e ai oko, e ka mea inu mao, e ka mea ai mahope o ka hale. Ono loa ka lu au hee, ua hana o tutu.
Oia. Mahalo e ike ana mako ia oi.
Ai, hiki no. Aloha e tutu.
Aloha e kunane, e noho pu mea u. Make au e kamailia o me oe. Pehea, ua lawa ka mea ai.
Ai, ua lava pono no. E mahalo nui e tutu.
No kia.
No kia paina.
E kunane, aloha nui au ia oe. O oe, ku umo o puna mua e puka mai ke kula kaya puni. Haaheo loa au ia oe. A o oe, ka mea kokua nui iau e malama ia pua lei lau o ke alohi. Mahalo nui au ia oe.
Hikino. Was it better this time around? Hikino. Was that better? Were you able to catch more of the patterns? Okay, like hu kalaki no oko. That's a good one to practice using. You know, hu kanani or hu ka olu olu. Okay, hu ka vela. Oh, that's what we can all use nowadays. Yeah, hu ka vela, because I hear that all the time. Okay, or even like saying, you know, using that little word pehea. Like, you know, sometimes when you want to say what, you don't say heaha, you can say pehea, okay? Pehea works. Or when you're surprised, yeah, you can say oya, oya, like I didn't know that, you know? No leila, na kia koe ho'opo mai ka ia oko a pau, a makiwaki wau e mahalo ia oko na ko oko nana ana mai. A hui hou kako, a hui hou i ku umau kiki o ka lea aloha, kua noni me ti. A hui hou.